grew up with her just committed suicide and left 3 kids behind,
Why?
5 kids behind. His girl and him just bought a house. They got new puppies, and that's why I'm kind of baffled at the same time. And I used to work with him, so
I'm
yeah,
sorry
I'm
to
sorry
hear
about
that,
your
man.
live, man. Huh? Yeah, it's sad, man, because the guy's a good dude. You know, his father died, so then he couldn't handle it and he
No,
committed suicide.
his father killed
His
himself
father killed himself
when they were young.
when they were young. Wait a minute, then why did he commit suicide today?
That's what
Hey,
Jerry said.
guys.
Why would he even do that then? He loved his kids too much, and he told everybody he would never be what his dad
So
was.
I'm sorry about this, but I'm definitely we're gonna talk about collectibles. But I'm just still baffled about all this because I used to hang out with him like a year ago. We used to go to work together and stuff like that. It's weird. And he was a good dad.
Gotcha.
Like he loved his kids like you do. Like you know how you take your son to practice and all that. That's how he was with his kids. And he left everybody behind, not thinking. And for him to take his life like that, that's insane. That's it. Kind of threw me off course. It was just weird. Just but listen,
Got you.
that
Yeah,
that go ahead, say
I
that
think
again.
we're live right now. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you are live. You are live.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
Uh,
did anybody's I'm sorry about that. You had to start it over. I know you had 5 people in the room. Well, I'm the fifth person. You had 4 people in the room. You know, so
yeah. I don't know. It's been weird. Like, it was a connectivity issue, and then I had to start all over 3 times. And I think in trying to start over, um,
right.
I missed that connecting part. But but yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm dark
The,
because I'm smoking a cigarette in the car.
no.
Swag.
You good?
No,
You
no. I'm
oh
telling Swag because he asked why am I in the dark. Yeah, because I just
um
found out that my friend committed suicide. Amanda told me that I knew he left 5 kids behind because I don't know why. When trying to figure out why he did it 6 hours ago. So that was just as he started the live. I found out this news. So that's why I was going back and forth and not be able to answer in the comments. So now I could be able to talk about the figures and stuff. So at the same time, while Amanda's trying to contact his girlfriend and find out what's going on because we didn't believe it.
To see everybody like I do.
He's on his phone. You're on your phone,
What do you
Goyba, right?
think?
He's asking.
What do you
yeah.
think about
Oh, I'm on
Yeah.
my phone.
Yeah, Swag. Actually, Swag mentioned something earlier today when we were doing the live, the little mistakes I made, and I
Uh huh.
appreciate him for that. Next time when you like, you see how I'm helping you now. Like if I'm
Hmm.
doing a toy store run and you're letting me know who's asking me about a certain toy, I need to slow down, just like he said, and go up to the figure, or you let me know to slow down because somebody's asking you for a specific thing and all and what I'm gonna pay attention is to do the camera right. You
I
you know what
got
I'm
you.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, swag. Is something wrong with the phone or the
No, you
picture?
sound clear. You sound clear and
Okay.
everything. Yeah,
Okay.
once I go in a room, I'm gonna show and tell the stuff I bought. I didn't show you guys. Uh, I, actually, but that blue Superman you got there, the one you showed earlier, the one that
Yes,
pops, is that a soup? Now is that a McFarlane piece?
it is a McFarlane piece. It's part of the
Yeah.
Plastic Man Builder Wave. So
Okay.
I was telling them
Nice.
like McFarlane did a good job on this, but
Right.
I would accept I would expect it when you think of a builder figure, it's like something that's gigantic, like Apocalypse or a Solomon
Yeah, I
Grundy
agree,
or
Swag.
yeah,
He's saying it's a better hosting when you do it on a computer. It is
okay.
true, but you know, but we got to build a computer first. Yeah, I know. That's why when I set up my room and hopefully Goybot sets up his studio, we're gonna probably get computers. That's what I want. I want to get 2 computers, one screen for my chat and one computer screen for the live. Because that's how I saw these Pokemon guys do behind the scenes. Because they have 2 big screens and one, and one he controls the chat and the other one, yeah. Yeah, they do. They have those touch screen ones like they have in a doctor's office now. It's pretty cool. It's like a smart computer. It's all in one basically. The Hewlett Packard. So that's what I like about them.
Yeah. My laptop is at the other house, and I just it's an Apple. The one I have does not have a camera. The one I have here does
Right.
not have a camera.
Well,
So
I was gonna buy. You see, my setup was gonna be like this. I was gonna have a digital camera in the middle. On the right hand side will be a computer screen. The other side would be another screen that would do all my comments, and I would slow it down so I could, scroll up and down and answer everybody's questions. But also, I would make a couple of people be a monitor, so if somebody's acting silly, you guys could kick them out. It's just like I made you one earlier today, and you had that wrench next to your name. Like I can make you like what's that called? I forgot what's that called.
uh, a monitor, a chat monitor. Or-
Yeah, he's asking you if you're staying in Virginia when you retire.
Um, yeah. For now, for
So
now,
you're gonna retire when? In the middle of May?
the end of May.
But aren't you worried if the place? Well, if the war breaks out, it doesn't matter. Even the people who are retired, if you're under 10 years retired, you got to go back to service. You know that, guys, right? That's the rules. See, like swag. You retired when?
Swag said Texas is where it's at. Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I'll get back to that point. I've been to Houston. You get a lot for your money, but lately, a lot of people from California has been moving there. And I can honestly say, your options for toys, like finding collectibles, is just off the chain.
But I don't think nothing's better than New York when it comes to the finding collectibles and vintage toys. New York's the mecca when it comes to toys. And remember, the Javits Center is the biggest Comic Con in the whole United States.
Well, next
It's
to San
ranked.
Diego.
No, well, yeah, you're right. The San Diego's number one. New York is number two. With the Comic Cons. You're right. You're right. You're right. I made a mistake.
But New York is like the mecca.
Yeah, New York actually has the Javits Center and it has the Hofstra University. That's where I met all those stars. The San Diego's number one, you're right, and number two's in New York, and then I forgot the other state. I think it's Orlando, Florida. I'm not sure. I'm
Hey
not
Billy,
sure
can I
that's
ask you a
number
question?
three. Yeah,
Can I rotate the screen? Can I rotate my cell phone or no?
yeah, like how? You mean to make it bigger?
Yeah.
I think you can, but there should be an option on your top right corner. You see those dots on the top right? Like when you're the
At the
host, you,
bottom.
you have a different. Yeah, see if you can move the screen a different way or make our boxes smaller. Yours is bigger and mine smaller. Because there should be a way. Yeah, you can. Because on my thing, I can rotate mine. Watch. Wait, let me see. No, no.
Is mine's rotate? No, right?
Yeah, it's rotated. You're upside down now.
Uh,
Nah, you're not.
yeah.
Yeah, San
It's
Diego. No, that's what I said, swag. San Diego is the number one Comic Con. And then number two is New York. I corrected myself. Yeah, he sees us both split. That's how we are. Yeah, that's how what was when I had him on too, and when I had you on, you guys was split screen. Yeah, but there's got to be a way. The Goibot, you can make my screen smaller and make yourself bigger, unless you need a laptop for that or computer.
I probably
See,
need a
I'm learning
computer
as
for
I
that.
go, like you. I'm also learning about this YouTube stuff. So
Yeah. So
now,
just real quick, the figures you got today, like the
right,
McFarlane, the 90 figures, the figures, the Toy Biz. So if everybody doesn't know, Billy went to a toy shop in Michigan, and he found McFarlane 90 figures, 19 from the 90s, mid 90s, late
right, Spawn
90s.
figures and all that, right? Yeah.
Spawn, Toy Biz. So Billy, what drew you to those figures?
what drew me to those figures was that the '90s actually brought back a certain nostalgia in my life, a certain time in my life that what I was going through, and actually it brought back certain memories that made me believe that going back to the '90s brought back Toy Biz. Toy Biz did very well as in the collecting world when it came to certain figures because McFarlane's Spawn was actually before that time. Just like Michael Jordan was before his time. It was timeless. Michael Jackson, when he did music, he was timeless. His music can still rock today, right? So now, if you look at the Spawn and McFarlane figures, actually, they're articulate, their design, the detail could match with the modern toys today easily. So when they came out in the '90s, they blew up to a certain point because those Spawn figures that I seen today, they started off at $49 back then, right off the bat in stores. If you guys don't remember, they were a big commodity. Why? Because their details blew out all those other figures before that. So they were basically before that time. You understand my point?
Yeah,
So
I
that
understand
kind
your
of brought
point.
so that actually brought me back that modern figures are hands down a lot better looking than the old figures. Yes, they're more articulate than the vintage figures. There's so many things you can move: body parts, wrist, waist movements, heads. You could actually interchange the heads and change their body, and just like you're doing, go about right. But
Yeah.
there's nothing better than a nostalgic feel. Modern will never keep up in the toys when you're a kid, when you first open up that toy as a child and enjoy it, and it would never feel the nostalgia unless the people that are born now in this era, their nostalgia will be these modern toys. But when we
I,
grew up, those toys had a better value and a better, I don't know, it just had a better feel than the toys today. The toys today are becoming boring. They keep going around in a circle. Okay, like the Ninja Turtles, right? They made the movie set, they made the pizza set, they made the cartoon set, and they made the comic set, right? But they keep going in a circle. It's getting boring. At least
and
the nostalgic toys, they constantly came out with different configurations, different Batman and Robin. Then they made the Superman with Doomsday. Then they made the Superman with this guy. Then they made Batman versus Superman. Like they constantly changed their their episodes, their structure. You understand what I mean?
yeah, well, evolution is inevitable. I do agree with you that back then the toys, the die cast, like you said, it was built with
It's like
the
classic
materials.
cars. Right.
Yeah,
It's like classic
the
cars. They don't make
and
cars no more like that. Yeah.
right, and I would say the materials of the time, and what we have to remember is that with inflation and everything else that
Right.
comes about, the good thing about today's toys is technology, right?
Right.
The articulation, the face, the facial sculpt, like the
Right.
figures when it comes to that, if they're done well, it gives them personality, right?
Right.
You look at the
Right.
John Stewart back then. I'm not gonna lie to you. Black figures used to be just that black. It was just like slap black paint on there, no texture, no nothing. I remember
Right.
getting the Police Academy Jonesy
Yeah, I
when they
remember that.
had the man,
Yeah.
that figure had no personality. It looked like they just slapped what they thought was black paint on there, and it looked ugly. The way it was sculpted and paint, it just looked ugly, and it almost
Just like Swag just said, they're low in price now, and because the cost of the materials, they're cheaply
yeah,
made back then, right?
yeah, yeah,
So, but
yeah.
uh,
But
to apologize that I cut you off, but one more thing, it's the same thing with video games. You look at PlayStation 5 now, it's way better graphics, way better gaming than it was with a PlayStation 1. But when PlayStation 1 first came out, that changed the game. It's like when Magic and Bird played basketball, they changed the NBA. So we can't forget where our roots came from. And believe me, mark my words, guys, McFarlane Spawn will go up in price in a year or two. Trust me on that. Remember that one I showed you guys in the glass case, the variant rare?
Hmm.
It's $50, right? Why? Because
Right.
it's a rare piece. They only made maybe 500 of them, right? Now, I bet you that piece, if it stays in great shape the way it is behind the case, it's going to go up to $400 or $500, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I can bet on that because I made a mistake with Pokemon in 2016 because it was a dead hobby for 10 years. And I told everybody before pandemic, Pokemon's going to blow up. Everybody was laughing at me. And I made a mistake. I should have bought all those ETBs and all those booster boxes. And look what happened. The pandemic hit. Everybody was home. Pokemon went on a crazy rise. The prices just shot up. It was like on a crazy high for 3 years. Am I correct?
Yeah.
It was the
I,
biggest thing on YouTube. It was the biggest thing on YouTube. So that's the same thing with McFarlane.
I think with certain figures
Are you gonna
when
head out,
that.
Swag? Oh man. All right. It's good night, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right, Swag. Thank you,
And you
everybody.
too, Swag. I appreciate you, buddy.
Everybody, when you see this, check out Swag Collecting on YouTube, and he's
Swag
also on
collecting.
TikTok.
He makes good content. Yep. Very good content.
So I just yeah, I like the fact that McFarlane draws from the comic books. Like it's like the figures are jumping out of the pages, and I think that's the one thing. Like I said, with technology, the printing, like look
We're
at
not
the
leaving you
wrestlers.
out. We're not leaving you out. I'm actually reading everything you're writing as he's talking. But I didn't want to cut him off every time you would text him.
Have a great evening. Yeah, yeah, Swag.
Yeah.
Consoles can't keep up with mobile games nowadays.
Yeah. Why is
Ah,
that though?
I don't. Do you think so? Do you think the mobile games? I think the graphics
Actually,
and
actually, no. The new Call of Duty's on a mobile game now. That's a big thing right now that her son's playing. It,
I don't know what games, Swag. What game? What mobile games? Like I know they have like the ones that look like Centipede in fighting, but I don't see Swag as far as anything that's competing with the consoles. They did talk about bringing out a Mike Tyson Punch Out on the phones, but that never happened. Um, yeah, Candy Crush. Is that what you're talking about?
no, he's talking about some other games. I think more articulate games, like Call of Duty type games, or I,
Okay,
I think he left.
okay.
I feel bad now because he thinks that we were talking and leaving him out. Are you
Uh,
still there, Swag? No, I think he
in
left. I feel bad now. He thinks we left him out. We didn't leave him out. Do you feel like we left him out?
uh, well, I just looked down.
No, I've been reading his stuff, but you were talking at the time, so I didn't want to interrupt you to read his text. So I was waiting till you were done. That's why I said about great prices, but they're low
Yeah, but
prices now. Yeah.
I would love to find out like what games. I gotta ask him what games like Candy Crush. I know there's Candy Crush. There's like the fighting warplanes, but it kind of looks like Centipede. So I would be curious to find out what games Swag was talking about. Because like with mobile games and consoles will always be hot. Now the thing about consoles, it's no longer a physical cartridge or disc. It's now all software.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's all software, but there is a mobile game that it's big right now that they're actually it's the new Modern Warfare 3 that they're playing on the actually on the phones. You have to
Is it?
download it. It's like a zombie type thing because I play the one on a console, right?
Okay.
So, well, I stopped playing since I started doing my toy stuff like 3 weeks ago. I just stopped because I've been doing too much of this and YouTube. So I left off at Prestige 9. But listen, what's your main toys you want to go after?
Um, I would love to do Transformers, but I have a scaling issue. Just like I stopped
Right,
collecting, I had a bunch of Black Series. I just had to stop collecting it because the scaling issue was just ticking me off. One figure would be way shorter than the other, and then it wouldn't even match up to what the profile of that figure is. You have a figure that stands Vader, is like almost 7 feet, and then here you have a regular figure that's taller than him. It's
right,
just, I don't know, scaling. I'm really particular about scaling. Even the McFarlanes, I could deal with. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Um, but as far as Transformers, the scaling, and what you see, like you said, with retro, you watch the cartoon, certain Transformers would transform. I remember Astro Train would turn into a shuttle and the Decepticons would fit into him.
right.
But yet when you get him, he's smaller than everybody else. It's like
What
you
happened
know.
to? Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. And but the thing is, going back to what you asked me about those toys that I was looking at, I'm just trying to find a gem in the rough. I really think that gold spawn that was in a plastic that was $10 was
Hmm.
worth it, and the one that was a variant that's in that case. If I would have had the money, I think I would have bought those two. But I also like the other ones that I seen. Like the cards were a little bent to the corner, but I think I would have kept them the way they are because they are old. They're over 25 years old. So they're not going to be in perfect shape. You know what I'm saying? But the value of them is still better than unboxing them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or ripping up the cardboard. No matter
Yeah.
what, always a sealed product is going to be valued more than an open. I like that one. You made that
Yeah.
one yourself?
No, that's the platinum edition Aquaman. And if you look at it, the detail on his armor, if you look at it, it's chipped like he's seen battle. And that's why
Oh,
I said,
so it came like that basically.
yeah, McFarlane, yes, McFarlane definitely is an artist at heart.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he takes a look at the figures and this Batman. I know it's a repaint. Fat Man
Mhm.
Comics was saying, but
But you know what I was saying? You see how you need a couple of hours still on your YouTube? By doing these lives, you're almost 30. The last one, you were about 30 minutes. Now you're about 23 minutes. So that's an hour. So the longer you even do lives, the longer it's going to count for your, not your algorithm, but for your time. You understand what I'm
okay,
saying? Because by me, at least one person by being on with you is helping your time grow. See, if you were in
okay.
this chat by yourself, then it wouldn't count.
Hmm.
But because I'm here and I'm talking with you and we're talking about, toys or whatever, that's basically what's going on. But the way I look at it, I try to share the live for you. I got a share button here, and it's only giving me these options: message on the text.
Got you. No, it was a good test platform. Um, just give it a
I
go.
don't
I
have
never
nobody
did
on,
this.
huh?
Just it's a test platform. So
No, it's something new. Now listen, see, but it's giving me. I did that post for you. I told them that you're going live, and
Hmm.
I tagged a whole bunch of people, like 58 people, like the ones that like Tyler the Geek, Beef, LT, like the main people that follow you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I said, it's and I appreciate it, and it's learn, live and learn.
And I'm always gonna have your back. So no matter what. But the way I look at it, I don't know what to say because I spoke to the store owner today, and I told him that I really believe that because when Toy Biz stopped their toy line, that's when Hasbro uh,
Well,
either duplicated their toys or they just bought them out.
they bought them out.
I think they bought them out, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah. Hasbro,
Right.
yeah, Hasbro bought them out. Hasbro brought out Kenner. Hasbro was just mopping the floor with everybody. To me,
Yeah,
that
but
that
they're
you know,
right. But I'm just not happy with them because they're rising the prices, all because they're short at staff and they're trying to create better plastics, but their figures ain't changing. They're raising prices, but their figures ain't changing. Like they're staying with the same basics, and I mean, supposedly they were supposed to upscale their plastic, right? And their
yes,
carton and their boxing. But the reason why, that's why, again, I'm gonna go back to the '90s and the '80s toys because they used to do it the comic book way. Now, remember that toy I bought today, the action figure of Cyclops, right? If you look at
right.
the card looks like a comic book. Okay, that's why I really feel that the vintage and retro is more appealing, even though the modern toys are more articulate and more detailed and a lot better designed. Yes, but the card backs also count, and they used to bring it to a nostalgia feel for it to look like a comic book because the
Eh,
comics were a big thing in the '60s and '70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you on that front. That there's no more all around detail. I'll give you an example. Right, you look at GI Joe today. Um, GI Joe today doesn't have enough detail on the back to even tell you about the figure. You know, Marvel used to have details on the back about what character it was, just a quick bio of who you were getting and why why.
You're breaking up.
Give me one
I think it's your
second.
earpiece. It could be your earpiece.
Yeah, it could be. Um, shoot. I got you. Is it better now?
Yeah, you sound better.
Okay.
You sound a lot
So
better.
this is today's GI Joe, right?
Right.
This is the front. This is the side. This is the side. This is
Is
the
that the
back.
builder figure?
No, this is the GI Joe, and all
Mm,
it tells you the height, the GI Joe name, Edward Torpedo, and
right.
what he comes with, right? And this is a GI Joe, the 8-inch Sigma 6, right? Or
Wow.
GI Joe Commander,
Right.
right? This is the side, and it comes with a vehicle, all in this. And the original price on this was at Kmart for $17. It comes with Kung Fu grip, and look at the back.
Right.
The back has the picture detail. It has GI Joe and Elite Team. Uses innovative technology and powerful gear to battle to stop the evil Cobra organization from taking over the
Right.
world. So it has Cobra leader, right? Codename Wildfire,
Right.
Cobra Commander, and
Right.
it tells you his special status at large. Just this right here alone, it is enough to have somebody pick this off the shelf, right? Because
Right.
it's appeasing. And look at the accessories, man. The cape is cloth. It comes with a chariot, right?
Right.
This is what it comes with. It shoots this. So you look at the GI Joe now. So Pantor comes with a chariot. It
Right.
was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and the
Okay.
aftermarket is going for $250. So just
But
because Hasbro marked it up at a hundred and something, I believe, and then the aftermarket, it's just I do understand times have changed, and quality and workers, the pay goes up, the material goes up, but I
right.
just think quality should always continue to elevate. Also,
Well, if you look at it, the modern quality is already elevated. But to me, I mean, we're gonna agree on a lot of things. But what I'm trying to say is, my thing is that I just don't believe that the modern figures is gonna go up. Look, everybody's saying like what Swag said earlier. Why is those '90s figures so cheap? It's not that they're cheap. It's that store that sells it cheap. Now, that Spider Man I bought last week, the one that's on my wall, I'm going to show you now. On eBay, it goes for $60. Okay, I got it for $18. Wait, somebody's sleeping, so I don't want to talk loud. Just hold on one second. One second. One second. Okay, I'm going to show you which figure I'm talking about. You okay, hon? Hey, look, this one, right?
hmm
I got it for $18. Look it up on eBay. The same one carded in a little worse condition than that, sold for 50 some dollars. Now tell me, why is that? You know why?
right,
Because if you look at these old card backs, like this one, they look like comics. Look at the modern, just okay. The package looks okay. These are Age of Apocalypse, right?
right,
Look at old Age Apocalypse. Look at the card backs. Look at the card backs, right? Why does
right.
it look so good? Because they replicate comics. What sold a lot in the 750s and 80s?
In the comics,
Exactly. The comics. Exactly. So even though modern toys are more articulate, better designed, and they do look badass, because I agree with that. But there's something about the nostalgia to me that stands out more. There's more art to it. There was more, how you say, it's modern's more mass productive because we're computers, but people actually drew these arts. It's a different, it's hard to explain. I mean, I wish I had some words to tell you about it. It was more art, like those people that wrote those comic books, like Stan Lee. When he did his comic books, he did the art on it. He took so many time and hours to, you know what I mean, design a comic. That's what people used to do back then with with Photoshop. Even before Photoshop, they created these card backs to give it a feel of comics. You understand my point?
yeah, there was more
That's
love
what I
and
believe.
passion. That's what you
Right.
say, and I
Yeah, it
think that's
just
what.
looks better. It looks better. Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna take this one in the bathroom because the lights bothering Amanda. Look, for an instant, look how badass these 90 boxes are. A lot of color, a lot of pop, right? They look like you want to buy it. You can't pass this by in the store and not want to buy it just because how it looks. You know what I mean? These days, you can look at these modern toys and say, okay, the boxes all look the same. I'm only going to buy it because of certain character or certain action figure. Like I'd rather buy Wolverine over Rogue or over Magneto. Why? Because he's a better character. He's a fan favorite. Spider Man's a fan favorite. Batman's a fan favorite. You understand my point?
Yeah,
But back then, they could even make a non-fan favorite still be bought and purchased. Why? Because there's a lot of art on the boxes. The cardboard actually sells itself. There's a lot of good art. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It shows there's two people in here. Who's in here?
Let me find out.
'Cause
I don't know.
if it's just me, it would just be one. So look for look. I found this figure at Goodwill. You want to laugh?
Oh
Okay.
wow.
This is a 1992 Hulk that if you press it, his arms go up and down. Wait, I can't because I'm holding the phone in one hand.
Oh, okay.
Now I looked
The
this up on eBay
gimmicks.
just for shits and giggles.
Hmm.
It sells for $15 like this loose.
Wow.
And it looks like a basic toy, but it has a button in the back that moves his arms, but it looks pretty clean.
I
But in
think.
my bathroom here, I found a couple of these at the Goodwill store. These were a quarter each, right?
Hmm.
I found this little guy, and I found the whole thing. These go for $15 the way they are, and they also move if you touch the back. So these are my bathroom displays.
I got you. The gimmicks on them back in the day, even the wrestling figures had
Right.
everything had a gimmick. Now it's I
Yeah.
think it's collector focus, and I think they took out the gimmicks because they realized, hey, these are older. These are not little kids buying it. You know,
That's true. That's true.
and but I think
And
Mattel. Go ahead, Billy.
no, you're right. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm listening.
Mattel Mattel had a right idea with the Master Universe. They came out one that was for the younger kids, and they came out one for the collectors.
Right.
It was limited articulation for the kids, but nevertheless, it was for the kids.
Right. And I agree with that a lot. Why can't you see who's on here? Let me press on it. Press on the top where it says two people because it doesn't count you. It would only have one if it's me.
Um, it's not letting me do anything.
That don't make sense because when I was on my live, I knew who was on there. Hmm, I don't get it. It don't make sense. It could be a
Yes, what?
phone. Huh?
Yeah, it could be my phone.
Your phone probably doesn't have good connection, and you're probably going in and out, but you can still hear me. So yeah, I don't know.
I'm going in and out.
No, no, you're not now, but before you were actually kind of
Oh yeah,
lagging. Yeah.
yeah. This is the spot.
What's your major goal? Like, which figure do you really want to pick up? Like, you see how me I'm chasing Voltron. I'm chasing a couple of vintage pieces from my childhood. What is your chase? I like that one.
Uh, yeah. This um back then there weren't that many black superheroes being made. If it was like Black Lightning, but there was nothing um special. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like in a big size or a size that I like. Um I am chasing I want to create the Legion of Doom, right? I want a Black Manta where you could take off his helmet and you could see his face. I did
Okay.
create one, a Black Manta. I don't know if I showed you, but I took Bobby Lashley head off and
Right.
I took the helmet and I put Bobby Lashley's head, which fit perfectly because Bobby Lashley's bald and he's got that menacing look on his face. So that worked perfect for that Black Manta, you know. Um, and what I would love to see is more figures, um, with removable helmets, or come with two sets, a helmet head and a regular head. I think if I'm chasing any figure right now, that I would love to have, I would have to say it's the NECA, um, Green Lantern versus Predator 2 pack.
Okay.
And they did it well because they created the Predator as a Green Lantern because that's Fear, which was perfect. It was based off the Dark Horse comics, and the Green Lantern, it came with a Hal Jordan head and then a John Stewart head. So all you had to do
Okay.
was just swap it.
Somebody just left alive. Now it only shows me on here. So somebody's spying on you.
Yeah, cool.
So, somebody was spying on you and they weren't texting or anything. That's how you
Cool.
know. If now when you look on your top of your screen, you see number one
Uh huh.
by the people. Well, that's me.
Okay.
Now when it goes back to two or three and nobody's texting, that means there's more people on there. I'm just giving you
Okay.
heads up the way it works.
That's cool.
Because sometimes on TikTok it's delayed. There can be five people on there, but there's really two people. Like there's a little delay in between. You understand my point?
Yeah. Yeah. Um. You get 5 more minutes and call it a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah, but
No,
don't give up, man. Just get that time
no,
in, bro.
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. It's a learning experience, like
Right.
so hey, yeah. But yeah, I appreciate your perspective on the action figures. Like, look at even McFarlane, right? McFarlane, at
Right.
least they give you the artwork, right?
That's what I'm
So
saying. The comic
that,
nostalgia. Right. Right.
right?
Right.
And then it comes with a card that gives you the bio and what comic it came from. So
Right.
the source material and everything is there. So that's what I can appreciate about McFarlane, and even He-Man. Hold on, what's that He-Man figure? I just had it. I just had it, Billy. Here it is, Billy. Right. So you look at this He-Man figure and the
Right.
accessories. You look at the side, and then look, it has the artwork and a quick profile.
Right. A quick little thing. Right. See, that's the one I seen today at the toy store. Remember the one that said 40th anniversary on it?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the same one. And how much you paid for that one?
You're not gonna believe me if I told you.
What, $10?
Uh-uh. It was on
Fif-
sale at Walmart for $4.
$4.
Yes, sir.
Do you have an extra one of those? I'll buy it over here.
Now they cleaned out the shelf. If I go back,
Jesus.
well, it was the only one left, and I was like,
$4.
yeah,
That's
because
a $35 piece or more,
yeah,
right?
well, you showed me at the place you at, they had it, and I was
Right.
like, ooh, and then lucked up. I went to Walmart and they also had it, and I was like looking at it, and then I was like, okay, I put it in my basket, and when I got up there, and I went to reach for it, the lady rung it up, and she said $4. I was like, $4 for what? She was like, for the figure. I was like, okay, I'm not complaining.
$4. That's like a
$4,
steal.
bro. Yeah.
Wait, hold on one second, my man. Hold on.
Right.
Hey, let's call it a night. It's 45 minutes on your live.
Yeah.
Let's hit another 4 minutes to make it 50, and that means you'll get a when you end your live, it's going to show you your stats. It's going to tell you how many people came in your live even before. Like when you shut your live off, it told you, right?
Uh, no, I probably did. I didn't pay attention.
It should
And that
have.
was.
Yeah, for sure. But don't give up, my dude. I like that
I'm
figure.
good.
What's
Yeah.
up with his neck?
Well, it's see, this is what I talked about McFarlane,
Stretch
right?
Armstrong. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Plastic Man, and and if you find any like he is like one of the most sought after characters for the DC Multiverse when Mattel had the line
Oh,
because
okay.
you know people thought he was a joke, but he's overpowered just because of what he can do.
Right. So he has a lot of different advantages, basically. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I
Yeah.
just want to say I appreciate you as a friend, and I appreciate you that we help each other out on these social medias. And I just want to say I always got your back. And some people are feeling salty, I guess, but
I, I, it is what it is. It is
but
what it is. I
I
think
know,
there's misunderstandings. But hey,
yeah,
listen, um, the biggest thing is I get to share my passion or learn
yeah,
how to do it. We could only get better from here. So I
right,
will I will continue I will continue that push, right?
right.
I appreciate your perspective on
But we should have
today's
done this too. Yeah, we should have done this too. Next time you do a live on YouTube, give everybody a chance to come on the video. Like all you have to do now, if you click on my picture, you could disconnect me off the video and add somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So
I understand.
from now on, when you're having 5 or 6 people on, give everybody a chance to pop out on the video.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And don't worry about that because I'm gonna push that and I'm gonna watch your. You see, I'm gonna watch your thing. But now, if you have a room with 50 people, that's different. Then you need to have a monitor. Like you could actually promote me to have that wrench, and if somebody acts up on the text, I have the power to kick them out of the room. You understand what I
Yep.
mean? And that's what a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of these big YouTubers do. They have like 3, 4 people watching the chats, and they have one person who regulates the chats. Like they actually pay. Like when you become big, like
Hmm.
if I become big, I'm like being 50,000 subscribers or something like that. You're gonna have to pay these people to have more than 4 or 5 people to monetize the comments.
Oh, monitor.
You
Oh,
yeah,
does it
monitor
get
actually,
that
yeah.
bad?
Yeah, I
Does it get
apologize
that
about that. Yeah, yeah. So
bad?
that's how it works. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But we'll be able to do TikTok lives on Monday because they told me on the 29th I'll be allowed to go back on TikTok. So,
you get a pill?
huh? Yeah, you're breaking up, man. Yeah, your thing is shot. I don't hear you, man. Your thing is dead.
Did you do a pill?
Did I do what?
A pill.
I still didn't hear you. Oh, that's Doomsday? No, that's not
Yeah,
Doomsday. Oh,
it's
okay.
doomsday.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
Did you do an appeal?
An appeal I did, but they didn't accept appeal. So, but they told me I'll be able to go back on a live on the 29th. So that's Monday. So, all right, listen, you're about to hit 50 minutes. So, well, I'm going to say goodnight because
Okay.
yeah, I want to chill with her and watch a show.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
I respect you and thanks for
Thank you.
giving me the opportunity to go on live with you. And we'll definitely collaborate.
Okay.
All right. Yeah,
All
respect.
right.
I'll talk to you later,
All
my
right.
man. Good night.
Later, man. Good night.
Yeah, you too. Yep. Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for everything. As always, I'm grateful. No matter what, everybody has a good night. I want to thank Swag Collecting, Billy M, aka Bam Collectibles, Fat Man Comics. Thank you everybody for joining. Um, if you see this, please subscribe and like. If you like my um, content, if not, just leave a comment or just like. But either way, thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good night.